Hello, Merry Meet. So I want to discuss a topic that a lot of people uh, have a problem with, and that is when one or a few persons in a household start experiencing paranormal things, and their partner, lover, parents, children, or whatever else they are living with, just don't take them seriously. And I want to address this. Now, here's the thing. Not everybody believes in the paranormal, and I respect that. It is not an easy thing to believe in unless you have personally had experiences, because it goes very much against what the current scientific paradigm is telling us about what is true and not in reality. And as such, just taking it at face value is very difficult, even when the claims are made by somebody you love and usually trust. Being told something that goes completely contrary to your belief system is very difficult. Um, However, what I really want to say with this video is that for a lot of people that then experience it, it is also a huge problem when their loved ones just ignore them or laugh at them or just treat them as crazy, because to them it's very much real. So I guess this video is meant as advice to people who are living with somebody who are having paranormal experiences, and especially if those paranormal experiences are frightening or life-changing in some way. If it's just somebody saying, "Oh, I see orbs in the basement," and don't really do much. It doesn't really matter that much, because that's just something that person experiences and you do not, and everybody's fine. But if your wife or your husband or somebody else you're living with are having such experiences and you are not, and even if you are a skeptic, I think it is a good idea to take that person seriously. Now, I'm not saying that you should then necessarily believe as they do, because you believe what you believe. Nobody can force belief. But there's a difference between saying, "Honey, I really take you seriously. I understand that this is very real for you, and I support you in this, but I don't personally believe it." And laughing at them or just ignoring them and just not bothering with it at all, because it is very, very frustrating when you are experiencing something that really terrifies you, or something that has a profound life-changing effect on you, and then your loved ones ignore it or basically treat you as if you're crazy. Now, some skeptics will then say that, "Oh no, if you believe in ghosts, for example, then you are crazy." Well, not exactly. By the definitions of insanity, a belief has to be completely and utterly out of left field. No, I don't agree with this definition of insanity, because I feel that it is whatever or not a belief. If a person acts in a rational way, really that determines if they are insane or not whatever or not they have beliefs that are contrary to common perceptions. But if you're going by the definition of insanity, then no, a belief in ghosts isn't insanity, because it's so common, it is considered a normal belief. But there's also clearly that there are some illnesses that can be that have symptoms that are, for example, seeing things, seeing lights, or even hallucinating. So I would definitely recommend that if your loved ones suddenly start seeing things, then you take them to the doctor and have them examined, because quite a few of those things that can make somebody see things are quite dangerous, and it's always wise to be sure. I'm not saying every time somebody sees something or hears something and so on and so forth, it is automatically something paranormal there. Hell, I would say that most of the times people are convinced they have a haunting in their homes. It is something else, because there's a lot of sounds and experiences that you can't find the explanations for when you start looking for it. I'm saying just don't laugh at people and ignore them, because if you, for example, are lovers, are spouses, then you should support one another, even when your spouse is telling you things that you do not personally believe in. It seems to me sometimes that skeptics make it their personal crusade to laugh at anybody who believes differently than them. And that's fine, but when it's in your own house, it might not be a good idea, because it doesn't really matter then what you believe. You might believe that there's a logical explanation. You might believe that the person is just imagining this, they have a too active imagination or something like that. But it's very real for them. And like I said, I'm not asking you to pay lip service and say that you believe something you do not believe, but taking it seriously, so that, for example, if your spouse wants to get somebody in that works with the paranormal to check out the house, don't go completely ballistic over that. If he or she are frightened, of course, there are times when you can't come home from work, you can't rearrange your schedule, but at least try to be understanding, even if it's something that you yourself don't believe is real. Because I know so many couples who are broken up over one person in the relationship experiencing something paranormal, and then feeling completely betrayed by the other person, who just denies everything and treats their spouse like shit. Now, sometimes the disbelieving spouse will eventually also experience something and change their opinion, but even if that doesn't happen, here's the point. You can continue to believe it is bullshit, but it is bullshit that is very real to your partner, and then you owe it to him or her to show them the respect of treating them nicely, of treating it as something important, because it is important to them. Because here's the thing, somebody who starts experiencing paranormal things, whatever or not it's real, I believe in these things, but even if you don't believe in it, it can be terrifying. It can be very frightening for the person that's having these experiences, and especially if that person is not very well versed within the occult, very well versed within the paranormal, who then see all of these experiences as some sort of threat. Then it can be absolutely terrifying, and then they need that person that's supposed to walk beside them to actually stand up for them and support them. And I guess that's the point of this video, is just to say, if you have a spouse or a child or a parent or a sibling or whatever it is you have that are reporting paranormal experiences, don't just dismiss it out of hand. You can perfectly well say that isn't something that you personally believe in, that's fine. But accept that it is something that they believe in. And I'm not either telling you to stop looking for a natural explanation. By all means, do that. Take the person to a doctor, have them checked out. Do all of these things. But just don't dismiss their experiences. Treat it seriously, because even if they have a belief about something that isn't something that you believe, you can still take them seriously as human beings and take their beliefs seriously, even if you don't share them. And I think that that's a way to then grow stronger within your relationship with your loved one, instead of growing apart, by you being honest that you don't believe, but still taking it seriously Because, I mean, then instead of you being the asshole that doesn't take these life-changing experience seriously, you become the very nice guy who doesn't share the experience, who doesn't share the belief, but still manages to swallow your own pride and prejudices. And pride and prejudices, yay! Anyway, swallow all of that and just be supportive. So yeah, that's my advice of the day. I hope you have a great day and blessed be.